Alright, well, subtlety is out.
Alright, two sections. Two characters that have taken the spotlight of the episode and have taken the community by storm, and everyone else is just being awesome and coordinated, thanks to Ruby and John. Ruby's just a badass who doesn't take your shit, and John? This man has an obsession with running, I swear.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I've said before that analyzing fights aren't exactly my strengths, but that looks familiar. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the lady in the shoe. A big metal shoe.
You know, the little old woman who lived in a shoe, she had so many children. It's a nursery rhyme.
Relatively, everything was pretty entertaining to watch. It was a bit scattered, but that seemed to have been the point. Just so they can trick little Cordovin to focus her mech on multiple small moving targets at once. It's like, hey, look at me everybody, I'm a big and bad robot, I'ma fuck y'all up. So it stands as this. Ruby and Weiss approaching from the water, Jean, Ren, and Nora. From the left, as they take their shots, Maria and Oscar serving as a distraction, as Oscar basically tries to find a weakness, and Crow kinda going all in, and they kinda figure it out from there. Oh, by the way, Queen Lancer's back for Weiss and Ruby to get him out of this sticky situation. Guess everything in Volume 5 was not a complete screw-up, eh? Besides it being an inevitable moment for a viewer like myself in the end, I still like to touch on the things that, to me, popped out. Skating and flying, Ruby thinking this is a video game, and if I was Ruby, that'd probably be me too. And get back here with my man. And of course, who doesn't love a smiling Ruby, especially when she's waving awkwardly to the lady that's trying to kill her. Oh, and let's go for a pure Ruby Rose smile trifecta. You hear that? Yeah, that's the sound of white roses blowing in the breeze. Nah, I'm just fucking with ya. And now, we come to the section that, well, had some people divided within the fandom. Lady and gentleman, I present to you, Adam Taurus, being run over by Bumblebee. Rip Bumblebee. Oh, wait, perhaps Bumblebee lives. Never mind. That's how we do it. Run him over physically, now run him into the ground. He's no longer that threat anymore, no need to be afraid of the man, despite him actually putting up a damn good fight. I'm not gonna sit here talking about waterfalls, though it is pretty of course. Let's dive into the real meat and potatoes, so to speak, of this section. Adam being branded by the Schnee Dust Company mark kinda takes me back to the Terminator franchise, when the humans were branded by the machines, but in this case, I want to feel sorry for this man, and I want to believe that flipping out like this and destroying everything in his path is what's caused him to commit these atrocities. But he's gone too far down the rabbit hole. Then again, it sorta does open the door for more possibilities of his past, though we can only guess, unless if it comes off as, oh no, I lost my family and we were branded by the SDC, so I gotta kill everybody in my path. Wah. I mean, I wouldn't know what that's like, however, I don't exactly think trying to take the kill everything and everyone path was the way to go. I'm sure he was hurt to see Blake, someone he considered a close partner and a lover back in the day, turn his back on him, but it's just crazy to see him being driven off the edge is what he's continued. It was nice to get a bit of backstory of Adam, and it makes past lines from previous volumes make a little more sense, but this man's gone, and for his own sake and everyone around him, he's hurting himself, he's hurting everyone he meets. Either he stops himself, or you get someone to stop him. That's where Yang Xiaolong comes flying in and crashes the party. And I hate to do this, but now comes the inevitable rant. Personally, there's nothing I can really do, and you're probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm just done trying to deal with the RWBY community. Any sort of fandom that instantly turns the sea of what's supposed to be a rejoicing current of love just continues to be an acid trap waiting to bring you under and drown out any kind of positivity. Same goes for the zombies community. With that being said, there's people that I've befriended and I'm glad to have on my side thanks to RWBY, but the fact that there's constant fighting amongst the community, telling me this isn't what Monty wanted, Bumblebee shouldn't be a thing, etc, etc. And this issue is much bigger than the gates of RWBY, of course, but it's a scale that's just too much for me to handle. I'm just here to enjoy a show, and I'm here to understand and follow their journey of character. Yes, they can't do it right all the time, and criticism is needed to help them improve their future projects. However, I draw the line of people just being toxic about how they're presenting their points. And again, it isn't everyone, but the fact that people come off as saying that it's their show and not Rooster Teeth's is something that has bothered me, honestly. If you like the idea of a relationship between Blake and Yang that RWBY is trying to give you in some aspects, that's great. And if you don't like it, since I know from personal experience that I'm not the biggest fan of romance, that's okay too. But here's where I draw the line. If you want to come in and tell others who are enjoying it or are getting excited over it, saying that they're wrong and the creators are wrong, then honestly, I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like a miserable life if you're letting a piece of entertainment make you act in a way that's targeting others for enjoying and or creating the same piece of entertainment you're trying to take down. Not to be a pessimistic Debbie Downer, but it's a lose-lose situation. No matter what's said, it cannot change people's minds, and my words in this video will never change the mind of somebody against it. Personally, to me, life is too short to get mad or worked up over these sorts of things, and life is too short to try and take people who are harmlessly trying to be themselves while you try to convert their views to match yours. Me? Like I said, I'm just enjoying RWBY, and if at any time it no longer interests me, I have the right to quietly and respectfully get up and leave. Same with YouTube. If I ever want to stop making content because my drive's gone and my time is up, I'll be vocal about it. Now, you're probably asking, you bring up zombies a lot, how are things going over there? Again, it's just one giant acid trap and I want zero part in its toxicity. Black Ops 4 Zombies was somewhat enjoyable, but I need a long break, especially since A, the gameplay is something that's not as appealing to me as it was 3 years ago, and B, in that community, everyone's having a bit of an existential crisis on zombies not being what it used to be, and the quote-unquote zombies YouTubers trying to branch out. And even as another note, just to shove it in here, as much as I hate the Resident Evil live-action movies, I'm not gonna tell people that they need to hate it too. If they love it, good for them. But understand that no matter what you do, you cannot convince me for a second that I like these films. And you may be asking again, how does that remotely relate to the discussion of RWBY and Bumblebee? How, PSYLOD, how? Well, if they're happy about something, then why try to prevent them from being happy? It's something I'll never understand when I see people who are happy from something harmless, only for people to come barging in to tell them otherwise.
You do you, and I'll do me, and we won't do each other. Probably.
Anyway, that was just my personal take on this entire situation. I just want to be as positive and critical as I can with the media I consume and the world around it. I may not get it right all the time, but just know I try. So, overall, I enjoyed the variety of goodies this episode had to offer. Lots of coordination, good uses of every character against Cordovin's mech, and the finishing moves coming from Blake and Yang standing taller than ever before against the man who once tried to beat them into submission, because it's as if it fills some kind of void in his mind. So that's all for today. Thank you for taking the time to listen to what I had to say about the episode, and that little mini rant that kinda stretched beyond RWBY. So until next time, I'll be seeing you. Take care and goodbye.